There we go. Like this, and I just gotta switch it. I thought I could make like a different scene. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Everything's all good. Everything's where it needs to be. All right, Drake's. Okay, so he playing the rate. You see?
Hey, so I mean, but I was doing my thing on DC before I started doing Avengers. But I mean, I wasn't like big, but like, I was doing my thing on DC.
Speaking of Avengers, bro, she should be getting Jane this month. It's crazy. I might actually do the video actually on Marvel's Avengers with Black Panther.
I'm supposed to get a graphic bump next year, but yeah, but I mean, it's not
a graphic bump.
That crazy though, like
yeah, it's really not.
It's not gonna be nothing crazy. What?
All right. 3.5 minutes. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna show. They said they're gonna show some new shit, but we'll just have to see.
What veteran? Who is veteran? Who you talk? I don't know who the hell you talk. I don't see nobody on my mind is named veteran. You mean, oh, you talking about Morn? I say Morn. I just say Morn. I don't know. I mean, is it Morn? Is that it?
I guess. Alright. Well, nobody is streaming this one. I mean, I saw some people streaming this shit on YouTube. Well, nobody is streaming this one. I mean, I saw some people streaming this shit on YouTube. Riding in my tractor, lean on in my bladder. Yeah, I just hope they show some new shit. But yeah, they shot themselves in the foot with that shit. Talking about in the next 12 months. Yeah, so maybe that was for like that showcase for Sunday. Maybe in this one they're gonna show some shit that, like, you know what I'm saying, that you know what I'm saying, in the future, you know what I'm saying. So maybe you might see a little bit of Avowed or some shit. Maybe some Hellblade 2 or some shit. You know what I mean? Maybe. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I'm like, dang, what don't do? Cause I didn't know what the fuck I want to do. Like record a video, stream this, or just chill. To be honest, I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do today. Because tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, your boy, you know what I'm saying, Kenobi and Miss Marvel tomorrow. It's gonna be a double upload. I mean, I guess today's gonna be a double upload too with this fucking with this showcase type beat. So yeah, I'm not kind of mad though, cause there was one game this show yesterday I was upset about, like Ark Survival Evolved, man. Ark 2, bro. They could have showed they could give us a little bit more than that, you know what I'm saying? After the fucking delay, they're gonna delay the bitch anyway, you know what I'm saying? Which we all kind of really knew, because he wanted to mold the damn game. It's supposed to come out this year, you know what I'm saying? So they could have showed us some more, like a bit more something. You know what I'm saying? It was coming out next year. I'm pretty sure they got something to show, bro. You know what I mean? Coming up behind the scenes, Grounded. I did not know what the fuck that was right there on the side of the shit. What else they showing? Yeah, cause Grounded launching September. Which I gotta get back on Grounded anyway. So I got all these fucking chips again. And go to this goddamn basis. I just don't want to go to the Black Hill, bro. That shit is a pain in the ass. But I got like better weapons and whatnot this time, so I should be straight. But still, I might shooting Grounded this week, low key. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I might do that. Coming up behind the scenes, grounded. And here we go. That's live.
Hey, we are a small snippet of Squanch Games, and we are here to tell you how excited we are to be a part of the Microsoft Games Show Extended.
Game Showcase Extended.
You know, Game Showcase Extended. What's the need for the extended? Why add that extra word?
It's
like, is there one that's not extended? And that's why?
We're getting nods. There is a not extended one. Okay.
And that one's just called without the extended.
So that's just.
I think it's the dudes that made that High on Life.
Well,
I think.
hey, look, we're happy to be a part of it, nonetheless.
Who the fuck was that? Who was that, bro? Okay, Redfall. High on Life. Forza. Now, hey, make it work something, you know what I'm saying? Should at least like show 2 or 3, like, you know what I'm saying, like, ooh, like new shit, you know what I'm saying? I wonder how long this bitch is, but I don't think it showed. Yeah, that was yesterday. Got to play that. Persona really coming to Xbox, bro. That's so NPC. That's so Drake's. Getting that bit rate yesterday too. That shit was also ass. That bit rate for the streams. Oh my god. These nuts. Okay, that was all yesterday shit. That was all yesterday shit.
Welcome to Xbox Games Showcase Extended. I'm Aaron, this is Malik, and we have the honor of diving deeper into some of the most exciting and talked about announcements, as well as gameplay from the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase just 2 days ago. For the first time ever, the entire showcase was focused on games you can play over the next 12 months.
That's right, Aaron. You saw world premiere gameplay from Redfall and Starfield, and
He
today
didn't say it, the
we've
world
got
premiere,
Bethesda's
though.
own
I'm kinda
Pete
upset,
Hines
though.
right here to tell us more. You'll hear from the renowned developers behind the brand new Xbox franchise, Our History Untold. Dive into Naraka Blade Point with our partners at NetEase Games, and so much more.
But first, we begin with a special look at how our fans got to celebrate the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase with a message from our very own Phil Spencer.
Oh. FanFest.
I love coming to events like this. You can just feel the energy, people loving to come together as a community, their love of video games, the Xbox fans. Just
I gotta
a really
give me like an
special time
Xbox
for
and
everybody,
PlayStation
myself
shirt, low
included.
key. And Nintendo. I'm pretty sure
Gaming
Nintendo got
has this
shirts too.
unique ability to bring people together, whether it's saving
I
the
gotta give me
world
some
from
shirts,
the
man.
aliens or winning a football game. It's so great. I love hearing from people. What did you like in the show? Those conversations with people that are here about areas that they like and areas they wish we would do more, I think that's something that drives us. You saw it in the show today. People said, we want to see more gameplay. And so we said, okay, great. So you're going to see a ton of gameplay.
Yeah, you know, I think this is our biggest lineup ever in terms of just diversity
Matt
of
Booty.
different kinds of games from different kinds of teams, different genres.
There's some franchises, Japanese franchises, don't always come to Xbox. We've been working on that. Today we obviously had Persona.
Persona. That shit's still
It's, you know,
crazy.
important to us. We not only have all the games coming from our internal studios, but also great independent game developers that we work
Come up
with
with
around
all
the
those
world. So
motherfuckers.
could not be more
That's why the
excited
novels
for what
go.
we're doing with Kojima.
And he's got this
I'm pretty sure
really
I'm
great
gonna let out Hogwarts, bro,
idea
'cause
for a
Persona
game.
5 is
And I
let
wanna
out
be
Hogwarts,
clear,
you know what I'm saying?
'cause I know we say like experience and stuff. He's building a video game, but he has this real unique things that he wants to do in the game. And we said, okay, let's go do something together. And I'm just really proud to be in an industry that can be part of so many people coming together.
The fuck? Coffee. Did we already see this? No, I don't think so. No. No. Cause like I get it, you know what I'm saying? Like the extended, like, okay, yeah. People like devs gonna talk about more, like talk about their games more, but like nigga, that could be a YouTube video, you know what I mean? Like if you gonna do extended, you might as well show some new shit, some more fucking games, you know what I mean? Oh my god, you could build that shit, you could build shit like that? Wait, is that fucking wait, is this what's that Steam game? I forgot the name of that Steam game. I forgot. Vanaheim? I think it's called Vanaheim, right? Vanaheim? Finally coming to consoles, bro. It's coming to Xbox first. Oh, and probably in Game Pass. Let me see. Yeah, Vanaheim is coming to Game Pass. Okay. I wanted to play this. I'm not even gonna cap. Early spring. Oh, it's coming next year. God damn. Never mind. Never mind. I need some games right now, bro. Like, a lot of my shit got delayed. Hopefully, God of War Ragnarok still come out this year, and Hogwarts Legacy.
Bethesda opened the
If those two
showcase
still
with
make it
a
this year,
dramatic gameplay demo for Redfall
I'm
and
straight
closed
to like
it
other
with
shit
Todd
come out, bro.
Howard showing us how deep the rabbit hole goes on Starfield. And we also got a sneak peek at upcoming expansions for Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76. Here to break it all down for us is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Pete Hines from Bethesda. Pete,
What up,
how are you?
Pete?
I'm great. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. So about a month ago, you all announced some delays for both Redfall and Starfield. So I wanted to give you a chance to tell us a little bit about the decision-making process for that.
Absolutely. Look, with all the time that goes into a game, it would be foolish to rush it out the door before it's ready. I think we have continued to sort of examine how we think about games and making sure that they are going to meet our players' expectations. Obviously, the last 2 years have really challenged us from a development standpoint.
Yeah.
How we work now largely remotely, while a lot of our
But I
folks
feel like
are
it should
not
be
back
better
in the
now. You know what I'm
office,
saying? I
and,
feel
you
like
know, that has
some of
an
y'all could go
impact.
back in office, you know what I'm
also
saying?
think
Put a
we've been
mask
thinking
on.
about things like release dates and when
Wax
do we give
all up.
those out and how do we make
And
sure we
Germans
give
on
one
deck. I
out
feel like
that,
everybody be
that
straight.
we actually hit and don't have to change later. So it's not something we undertake lightly, but at the end of the day, I think what our fans expect, what Xbox fans, what Bethesda fans expect is a high quality game, and we want to do everything we can to give our teams the time
you do not
to fully
want
realize the games
Starfield,
that
a new
Yeah, and I think that's
IP.
what it's all about, right? Like
Buggy
delivering an
as
amazing
fuck.
experience
We
for the
don't know
players
us how
out there.
fun,
And
you know what I
so,
mean?
speaking of games, we're just going to jump into it. We're going to start with how the showcase started with
Sounds good.
Redfall. Now, before we even get into the game, Arcane's making the game, and I want you to talk a little bit about the pedigree of Arcane, just in case people don't know.
Sure.
These folks over there, they're doing their thing.
Arcane Studios is known for really amazing, immersive sims. They do any number of things. If you play games of theirs, Dishonored 2, Prey, there's a lot of common threads you'll find in them. They create really amazing, believable worlds. I think that's a big part of their game is when you're in Dunwall or you're up on a space station in Prey, that it feels believable. There's a reason why things are the way they are. They're also a big believers in systems-based as opposed to scripted. So they really embrace player freedom and sort of giving players the tools to decide, you figure out how you want to complete this mission or get through this area. We're not going to tell you how. We're just going to give you tools and then give you the freedom to go and do. But, you know, there's great characters and interesting
like a big
story. They
open
bring a
world
lot
too,
of
right?
different elements and then really let the player create the experience they want.
And that's what it's all about. Gamers have taken many games and made it their own. And I think the fact that Arcane is making the game with that in mind is super important. Now, how similar or dissimilar would you say this game, Redfall, is from the other Arcane
I mean,
games?
look, on the surface, it's a first-person shooter that you can play solo or with up to 4 players, and so immediately you
course, I'm
might
playing
say,
with
well, it's
squad.
not a single player game, so it
I
must
already got
be
people in
wildly
mind playing
different.
this with.
And don't get
I'm
me
gonna play
wrong,
it,
there's
'cause it's in Game Pass,
absolutely
so
ways
why
in
not
which it
play it?
is different, but I think when folks play the game, and even when they see more of the game, I think they'll start to see all of those things about an arcane game that they love and appreciate. Why it's won multiple Action Game of the Year awards for Dishonored 2, is their ability to bring all of those things together, really high level of polish, and let folks experience it. And so I think all of those
I
things
think
we
it's like
talked
this,
about.
like part
If you
of this
want to play a game by
Series
yourself
X
and get a
S, and I
great
think
arcane
PC, right?
story,
That's come on
you
last
can
year.
absolutely do that in Redfall. But you can also do
Damn,
things that you haven't been
that's
able
the
to
case.
do
I
in an
can't play with
arcane game,
somebody.
like
I can't play with somebody in my
experience it
squad.
with
Wait, hold
friends
up. Then hold up.
and find out sort of how the whole
Us
can
is in-
become
us is
greater
in,
than the sum of the parts, like
xCloud.
playing it off of each
maybe.
character's abilities. You saw some of that in the demo that we showed. I think the more that people appreciate that, you almost are going to want to try and play Redfall a couple of different ways. You might want to play it by yourself a little bit, play it with others, and it's a game that allows you to do either or both of those things, however you see fit.
I'm glad you talked about playing with friends, because I'm taking applications for friends to help me get through Redfall.
Can I put my name on that list? I'm down to a little.
It'd be an honor. Pete,
keep me on that list.
All right,
we
we're
need to
gonna
go
do it.
explore Redfall together.
I'm excited. I can't wait for that. And so let's talk a little bit more about the game. Now, between the trailer that we saw last year at the reveal, as well as this one that we just saw, I feel like Redfall reminded players of other co-op shooters, like Left 4 Dead, for example. What makes Redfall unique?
Again, it's one of those things, like if you watch just like combat footage, you might look at Left 4 Dead or Back 4 Blood or any of these things and go, oh, I see multiple characters facing a bunch of enemies, and like, so it's the same game.
At least they're acknowledging the shit, you know what I'm saying?
That would be doing a disservice, that it's all of the things that take place in between the combat as well as the combat itself, sort of combining different skills and abilities in the way that you do, Layla dropping down an elevator using her powers that Jacob can use to get up top on a roof and provide cover. You have different characters who play roles really well, how you choose to use Brebone,
I'm looking for like powers
robot,
and shit. So
all of those things come into, again, allowing the players
boy
not
got
to
the
say,
gadgets, though.
here's a set of rules and you can only use, like, no, here's just some
Look at that
stuff
shit.
that you can go off into this amazing sort of dynamic, ever-changing world and sort of experience and explore for yourself. And you come back the next day and it'll look and feel like a different experience, even though you're in the exact same part of the game. I mean, I think those are the kinds of things that Arcane does that really bring that sort of extra special element that makes their game so compelling.
Yeah, compelling and fresh. So I'm excited for Redfall, and you said it here for everyone to see that we're going to be playing together. So I'm going to hold you to that.
Absolutely.
You got the proof. All right.
Can't wait.
Awesome. So let's talk about Elder Scrolls
Do stream
Online.
it.
Now, I want to talk about the team philosophy, because I hear that the team is actually banned from saying things like, now is the perfect time to play.
My least favorite saying is there's never been a
no.
better time to play a game. Like, we all say that. Yes, games always get better. We know that.
Yeah.
The thing that we love about where Elder Scrolls Online is going is their ability to continually refresh the experience for players, provide new experiences, like going to High Isle, a place they've never been in. An Elder Scrolls game, it does a lot of things like story and intrigue. There's a lot of politics.
Like, I haven't played this game, y'all, since probably
2018,
something 2017 when it came out, right?
A way that you can jump in and play by yourself.
You know what I'm saying? I play on the base Xbox
by yourself, even though it's an MMO. But
my
the
bros and
real
whatnot.
special sauce of Elder Scrolls Online is our amazing community. They're
I
so
put my
welcoming,
Series
they're
X
so
on my
helpful.
PC
You know,
low
if you need
key
a
just to
little
say
bit of help,
I still
if you need a lot of help,
I still got the disc.
They're there for you to
I
help
don't need it, though,
explain,
but I still got
to
the
make sure you
disc.
have a fun experience. And honestly, like, that is such a huge part for an online game of creating an environment where anybody, no matter whether you just started playing or you've been playing for 8 years, can have a good experience no matter how you decide to engage with it.
I love that you mentioned that. Community is as you mentioned, is such a huge part of any online game. And so for players who may not have played Elder Scrolls, who are, like you said, looking to jump in, to know that they have that community backing them, that's going to help them guide them in their journey, is super exciting. So, but I want to talk about Fallout a little bit.
Okay.
Huge milestone recently, 25 years of Fallout. It can rent a car even now. At this point, right? We're talking about it. All right, so this has to mean something super special to the team.
Absolutely, and look, we are as aware of anybody. Like, this franchise did not start with Bethesda. It's one that we took on along the way, and our intent is not just to pay homage to, like, Bethesda Fallout. Like, no, we mean all Fallout, because what this series has done, what it meant to us as players when we went and played those games, played the original Fallout 2. And then what the franchise has become, and sort of growing and finding an even, a new audience with Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas,
I got to play with my bro back in the day,
is
bro.
something we really want to celebrate and honestly, what's going on in Fallout 76 with the pit and your ability to continue to push the boundaries in an online game of story and meaningful player choice, and as you're going along, making decisions that kind of matter and have a real impact, I think is important in the evolution of Fallout 76. And just honestly, how far that game has come from its launch. Like, we're keenly aware of how that launch went, but we are also keenly aware of the incredible amount of effort and dedication from all of our teams across Bethesda to say, like, we believe in this thing and we want to give the fans more of what they want and the kind of experiences that they want. And where Fallout 76 is now is truly remarkable when you go back and look at sort of where we were and how far we've come, and honestly, how much cool stuff is in store in the pit. It's going to be super fun.
Excited to jump in, and again, that's one of those things that I'm sure you guys attribute to the community, giving that feedback.
I think once you play for like Skyrim,
again, not just in the game, but
and Fallout,
what they
I'm
do
thinking like
for each other to support other folks in the community, what they've done to raise funds for
worthwhile causes. Niggas to do like
it's not just an
like 16, 32
gamers, it's
players, I think,
an amazing group of human beings, and honestly, one that we're honored to interact with and be a part of every day.
I love that, Pete. Before you make me cry, we're going to move on to Starfield, all right?
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about it. Starfield ended the show. I got to say, watching the trailer, breathtaking. It's one of those things from the different locations and just seeing the difference between
split on
that
this
moon
shit
versus the populated city. Just amazing.
I'm playing it.
Fighting, just everything was so awesome.
I'm fucking playing it, bro.
It's one of those things about a Bethesda Studios game that I always love, and it's been the case, honestly, since, I worked on Morrowind and Oblivion and all those games that, we talked about. And for every single one, you cannot pin people down to, oh, it's about this, because it's not. Like, ultimately what those games are massive sandboxes where they give players just ridiculous amounts of freedom to say, you go figure out what kind of game you want to play and what kind of experience you want to have, because that's what this game is about. It's not us prescribing and saying, you have to do these things. And no, it's about creating this huge sandbox with over 1,000 planets, so you can completely explore and say,
that's just, I'm so like that shit blew me back.
Up to you to figure out what is fun.
They really said that shit, 1,000 planets.
Do I want to join factions? Do I want to, build outposts and gather resources to build more cool stuff? The team really puts all of those tools in the player's hands.
This is an in-depth RPG, nigga. I'm about to go ham.
To tell the story of Starfield, which is your story, which is going to be different than mine, which is going to be different than everybody else's. And I think that's really where the magic of a Bethesda game
you got a fucking PC.
Speaking about the scope of everything, Todd said this is what an epic RPG is. What does Bethesda define an epic RPG as?
I think, again, it's sort of leaning into, look, there's a lot of folks who take a lot of different approaches on what does an open world mean. And Bethesda Game Studios always pushes themselves to the most freedom and least limitations, right? Where the items in the world are all real things. You walk into a store and there's a bunch of weapons or whatever. Like, that's not just art on a countertop. Like, you could pick those up. You could steal them and run out of it. You can create chaos. Like, we don't want to put too many limits on what the player is or isn't allowed to do. We love it when players say, I wonder what happens if, and then they try it. And then they get to see, like, oh my Lord, chaos ensues.
I did that a lot in Skyrim and Fallout.
I think the beauty of Bethesda Game Studios and the number of ways that they push for you to explore that, right? It's not just one, it's you could spend thousands of hours doing nothing but shipbuilding and like focus that as all you're about, and that's okay. But you could also be about exploring every planet and finding all of the good, and that's okay. Or you could just play the main story and be like, I want a kind of experience that I'm guided through so that I kind of get to see stuff, and I might stop here and there. Oh, there's a cool side quest that I got, but I want something that sort of leads me through.
1,000 black. How many hours is this game, low key?
Go do whatever I want. Like, ooh, I don't know.
I don't think they said that shit yet.
Some folks want a little bit of a guided path or to understand where the fun is, and no approach is wrong. Like, for me, that's epic because it says we aren't putting any limits on what you can or can't do. We're going to set you loose and just sit back and watch the beauty that you create with your own stories and the way that you solve problems or choose to spend your time in this world we've created.
I love that, and what
you said
looking
clean, so I can't be traveling these
you experience it. I don't.
These galactic streets.
To
you
playing
know what I'm saying?
RPGs
In the rust bucket.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
No, I didn't see that. Where did you see it? And having them go out and find it. So I think that's going to be one of those things.
We talk about that a lot. That sort of water cooler moment. Of like, you come in the next day and you talk to everybody about about what you did, and you were like, wait, I did that quest, but I did this completely different thing. And you sort of start to appreciate all of the choices that you could have made. You didn't even realize were an option. Like, oh, I didn't even think about doing that. Like, oh yeah, I just ran in and stole his ship and shot all of his crew members and took off. Like, you can do that. Like, oh yeah, you can do anything. Like that. I think that is a special part of a Bethesda Game Studios game. And when we say epic RPG, we mean all of the stories, all of them.
All right, you just gave me some ideas for stealing people's ships. So I appreciate that. That's going to be top on the list to do in Starfield. Now, we saw quite a bit of combat and action in the game. That seems to also be, in addition to exploring and everything, that seems to be another huge focus of the game.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, look, if you look at a game like Skyrim, which, like, everybody's played Skyrim at this point, it can, you know, a combat is a big part of that. Unless you decide it's not. Like if you're one of those folks that says, actually, I'm going to do the alchemy thing, and I just go off and pick flowers and make potions and like live another life in another world this way, then combat isn't part of it. But look, we know in an epic RPG, there's always bad people, they, you know, shooting at you. Sometimes you got to return fire, and there's a lot of fun to be had there. And so, you know, providing a lot of different skills that sort of determine how good you are in combat, combined with all the different weapons in the game, and then you
like
layer in ship
I'm
combat,
talking like,
and all
you know
these
what I'm
other
saying,
things,
like,
it starts to sort of
what weapons
paint
we
the
have in this
picture
game, bro.
just how broad or how deep the rabbit hole
dumb as fuck.
goes.
It's going to be so impressive. And you touched on it a little bit, and I want to talk about it because this was when I'm watching the video.
Like it's No Man's Sky but condensed.
What I
you know what I'm
saw,
saying?
and
Which
it
I
really
don't
caught
know,
my
man.
eyes
Like
around
1,000
the
planets, that's enough.
It's not just getting in
No
the
Man's
ship
Sky, them
and
niggas
that's
on
your
OD with
ship.
this shit.
There's
Even
so
though
much behind it.
it's procedure generated and whatnot,
yeah,
but
like
like
every
still.
ship is customizable to the nth degree, and not just like cosmetically. I want my ship to look like this or look like that, though obviously that's totally a thing that you could do if all you care about is cosmetics. But it goes much deeper than that in terms of like what kind of shields you have, what kind of weapons you have, like what kind of ship are you building, what do you want it to be good at, what trade-offs are you willing to make or not. And then the other part of it is, of course, well, you can't just, like, it's a spaceship. Those aren't cheap. So you have to figure out, like, how am I going to do this? Where do I get the resources to build this stuff? What kind of, you know, skills do I need to level up to?
I love mining, bro. I love like harvesting and mining and shit in video games and like RPGs and whatnot. So
there's a lot of, again, choices in terms
I'll
of
be doing that shit like a crackhead.
Decide that how much you want to put into that or not. Do you just want to give somebody money for the parts that you want? Do you want to build it? All of those things are sort of part of the fun of deciding how much do you want to interact with this and how do you want to interact with it.
Absolutely.
Parts ain't cheap either, bro.
Just
it's a
as
spaceship.
you mentioned, the scope, the level of player agency, something that I feel like is going to just make Starfield such a special experience. So between Redfall, ESO, Fallout 76, and Starfield, you all are just killing the game.
Yeah, we got a few games coming out.
It's going to be so great. Pete, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, Pete. Now, coming up, we'll hear from our friends around the world, including Squanch Games, Obsidian Entertainment, Playground Games, and of course, Xbox fans like you. But first, let's hear from the creators of one of the world's most popular Battle Royale games.
I don't need that. Oh, Naraka. Yeah. I'm gonna try this out when it come out. I forgot the release date for this. Get that shit.
大家好，我是永劫无间制作人关磊。
We are glad to share Naraka Bladepoint, a unique online multiplayer action game.
And my friend, he might actually fuck with this one low key. Plus, he don't play Battle Royale like that. Probably except Warzone.
With Microsoft.
Now got to Fortnite, never got to Apex Legends, nothing like that. So he might actually fuck with this one because he love martial arts and shit like that.
You can play the game on Xbox Series X and S, as well as Windows next week.
Oh, it's current
We're
and only.
also joining Xbox Game Pass.
He can't play that.
Platform with a huge player base and a vast, bright future.
He only got the base
Naraka has
Xbox.
been so well received on the PC platform. I am so grateful to the players.
He ain't got the base Xbox, bro. They need to fucking start putting this whole in stores.
Survival game incorporating
You know what I'm
a
saying?
lot of action
on store shelves,
Naraka
bro.
features a range of characters with unique personalities. Each hero draws from different civilizations and cultures.
Oh shit, Akuma?
Battles allow for a great degree of strategic play. You've got a wealth of melee and ranged weapons to choose from, and a vast map filled with interactive elements to explore. Perhaps you'll engage
10
your
million
foes in
players
samurai
play this
combat,
shit, bro.
katanas at the
That's
ready,
gonna bump up.
or maybe you'll use Persian assassin techniques.
Probably a couple million Game Pass, bro. Oh god.
With your grappling hook, you can fly between temple walls and across bamboo forests with ease. Beyond solo endeavors, you can also party up with friends and use group tactics to flatten your foes. That's Naraka's underlying design philosophy, that you're unchained and have the freedom to choose how you play. Collect soul jades to change how you play.
I love me some bow styles, bro.
Make your cannon a weapon of mass
Baby
destruction.
girl, you flash something like that.
Each hero can be customized too. Whether you want to rush into battle as a berserker warrior or cast fireballs as a sorcerer, the choice is yours.
Say less.
We
I love me
can't forget to
love me some
mention our
magic.
unique face customization system too.
Bad bitch.
You'll never need to worry about
The
running
fuck?
into a doppelganger on the battlefield, because
Bad
you're able
bitch.
to edit your hero's features to your heart's content.
Oh,
you can
shit.
even recreate your favorite faces.
Big feel.
As we approach Naraka's first launch anniversary, we're introducing a brand new weapon, the Twin Blades, releasing together with the Xbox and Game Pass editions. Twin Blades strike with the speed of a raging tempest and sweeping blows.
Sha-sha-sha.
We've seen similar weapons in other games, but here in Naraka, it comes with a style all its own. Charging up strikes is usually a high-risk, high-reward move. With the Twin Blades, you can charge up while moving and keep your momentum as you unleash a flurry of combos on foes. Since its release, Naraka Bladepoint has launched its own faction clash game mode with Omni's Nightmare and the thrilling limited time mode Shadow Surge. There have been many casual modes to play as well, but our community has eagerly asked for a campaign mode. We're always listening to our player base, and we're happy to announce that the wait is over. Players will see the first chapter of our campaign mode. Form teams of 3 to take on new enemy types.
Oh, shit, it's
and
co-op
massive
too?
bosses.
That's what's up.
Disarming a boss won't be as easy as disarming another player though. PvP and campaign mode are two entirely different games. Further campaign chapters are also in the works, so we're eager to hear any feedback you have for us. We are also working on an Xbox One version.
Oh,
and
never
hope to
mind.
see more players join Naraka later this year.
Never mind. Never
Naraka
mind.
is launching on Xbox Series X and S and Windows Store on June 23rd, and it's included with Game Pass at launch day. Now's your chance to
Oh,
dive
this
into
month.
the
Okay,
world
cool,
of
cool. I
Naraka
forgot the release date.
Bladepoint.
快来体验我生无拘吧！
Oh no. No. I saw a deep dive on a game I don't care for.
History is filled with moments of greatness.
You really don't have to show this again, to be honest with you.
Some well known, some lost to time. But what about the history that could have been?
Especially if
you
you're showing no
were its
gameplay.
architect. How would you reshape the world?
Like, I really hate CGI trailers, bro. I
What new
really do.
stories would you tell?
Like, only like, okay, say what company shows a CGI trailer first. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit. Okay, hard. And then they show gameplay, like, okay, cool.
In this new world.
If they do it like that, I'm straight with CGI trailers. But most things, CGI trailers by itself, I'm like, you could have kept that. Gee.
History is filled with moments of greatness. But these will be yours.
You don't need to. You didn't need to show that
I'm
again.
excited to welcome our friends from Oxide Games for a closer look at their historical grand strategy game for PC called Aura History Untold. Dan, Michelle, thank you two for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
And on behalf of the entire studio, we are really excited to be here and finally
They want
able
to show
talk about
gameplay?
Aura.
I mean, we all are excited too. You just had the world premiere 2 days ago for Aura. And I have to say, I'm a really big history fan. I love me some history, so I've been looking forward to talking to you two about this. Now, we all know this is not your first strategy game, but the vision behind Aura is so ambitious. So tell us more about it. And also for those who are new to Oxide Games, we would love to hear more about the studio as well.
So Oxide Games was founded 9.5 years ago in my basement, actually, from the development leads of Civilization V. And our goal is to push strategy games to the next level.
And what's really great about working on a new IP is that you don't have kind of these previous expectations that a sequel would have. And so the sky really was the limit, and we got to really take the genre to a new space. And we really hope that not only will fans of strategy games like this, but people who've never played a strategy game before will find something they love as well.
You're absolutely taking it to the next level. I think I saw like a drone was in like the 18th century or something like that. It's very, very fascinating. And I think that like, if you're someone who really enjoys history, it's bringing like all of the worlds together, all the periods of time together. And that's a grand vision in itself. So how does the vision of Ara impact the player experience within the game?
So one of the kind of big things we wanted to do with Ara was really explore how to make the game less about finding that optimal strategy, that optimal path, and really bring in ways to make it more meaningful to the player, make it unique to themselves. So what are different kinds of choices we can bring to the player so that when you play, it's different than when I play, and yet we can both be competitive together? How can we do things to really impact agency and expression and really let you express your values and your play styles through the different mechanics in the product?
And Dan, what about you? How does the vision impact the overall experience?
So one of the big things that we've been working on is what we call the living world. We wanted the expression of the game to manifest itself in a way that felt authentic and cool. So we've spent a lot of effort on making sure that the choices that you make are expressed in a visual way. And so you're going to see your citizens doing things that reflect the choices that you've made. And this is actually really challenging. So one of the goals when we founded Oxide was to not have to tell the designers, no, you can't do that thing. And so the game is obviously huge. It's just massive. And so it was a very large technological constraint from doing something like that. But we have our own proprietary engine that allows us to really bring this alternate Earth to life.
I think that's the beauty, right? Because in history, the great thing about learning history is that you learn about culture, you learn about stories, you learn about things that are probably brand new to your eyes. But the way that Ara helps you remix, reimagine, and rewrite history is a beautiful sight to see. And I'm excited to get my hands on it, and I'm sure everyone else is who's watching. So let us know, where can we learn more about it, and when can we get our hands on it? Because I need it today.
So if you head over to the website, you can sign up for the Insider program, which will give you a chance to join the technical alpha and play the game later this summer, which is super exciting because we've been playing it, all the time, and so now you have a chance to play.
Dan, Michelle, thank you two so much for giving us the lowdown on Ara. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Grounded is finally leaving early access and moving into full release with a highly anticipated story mode. Here's Adam Brennicke and Eric Dorabella from Obsidian Entertainment to tell us more.
There we go. Now I'm talking about something.
What can players expect from the 1.0 launch of Grounded?
The big one, of course, is going to be a complete game, and that means story, right? From beginning to end, you can play through, why are you here? Who put you here?
Yeah, exactly.
The fuck
how are you
was
going to get
that?
home? And I think those are like the big questions that people are asking about Grounded. Originally, we really just wanted to make a survival game. And one of the jokes was, hey, what if we did backyard survival? Everyone was like, yeah, that's a very unusual idea, but I think there's something there.
Yeah.
One of the things that we did early on was establish the art style of Grounded. Things started coming to life as we did the initial prototypes and seeing some of the cool things, like the first time we added the spider into the yard, seeing the reactions of people in the office, even jump scares, people screaming.
Damn, spiders.
The team is very small. It's the smallest team I've ever worked on at Obsidian. I wanted everyone to be able to participate on the design side of things. So I said everyone is a designer on the team. And I think that extends into our community and how we're building the game in game preview and early access.
That's probably one of the big successes of the game, is how close we work with the community and take all their feedback and suggestions. I think it's super rad.
For a game developer too, that is a huge, huge thing, just to get people's feedback constantly of what they're liking, what they're not liking. And all those adjustments just make a much, much better game at the end of the day.
Not Flight Simulator, no!
Finished, and now we can play through the story. There's a lot of surprises. There's a lot of things that I think players aren't going to expect. And I
think I know.
Yeah,
what you're talking about.
that big bulky motherfucker. Who the fuck that was?
Players' reactions. I know a lot of
What
players are
the
just
hell that
waiting
was?
for the story to be finished to
Called
finally
a
jump
praying
into the
mantis.
game. People who play the game
And
previously are also like holding
that
out
was the
for more
Black
concept.
Widow spider
I
they
think it's gonna
showed
pull a lot of
earlier.
people back in and
And
gain
the
a lot
Black
of new
Silhouette, I think
players.
that was the Black Widow spider because that was I think that was teased with the little card shit.
So Adam, we have the Broodmother.
I gotta
Last
fight
year
this.
was
I
like
gotta
our
fight this
first
bitch.
big boss.
I still never fight the
And
whole.
we came out with a bunch of mini bosses like
I killed that.
Kings,
Yeah, I killed that. I
Kings,
killed that
Assistant
bitch.
Manager. But in this trailer,
Killed that whole. I
we're
killed him
showing
again.
players the Mantis. What
Yeah,
can
that's-
they expect
Yeah, I
from
got.
this?
Now I got.
So we're
this
super
motherfucker.
excited to
Ooh, look
finally
at
show
this
off the
nigga.
Mantis. I know
Ah.
that's been a big ask from players that they want to see a
Oof.
praying mantis in the game.
They've been asking for this for a
Yes,
long
yeah.
time. Do we have anything else that the players can get excited about?
You know, the Mantis is just a little tease of one of the new boss fights, but there's more to come, right? Like potentially many boss fights that we have planned for the full release of Grounded. There's a lot more secrets and other things to uncover.
Okay.
When we reached 5 million players, that was already super crazy. And then we hit the next milestone of 10 million players still being Xbox.
Doubling it, right?
Yeah, in Xbox Game Preview Early Access.
That just goes to show that we have a fantastic game. Everyone's just so surprised at like how much Grounded has grown.
I just hope that players and the community understand how important they are and impactful on this game with us.
You know, we're so thankful for everyone's support along the way. It's been an amazing journey, and we're finally almost at the finish line, right?
Yeah.
And I think we wouldn't be here without our amazing community and all of the fan support.
I agree. Best community ever. Yeah.
That's what's up, bro. Yo, like they live service games, like they getting fucking, like they getting millions of like players for like Forza.
So I got a call from my
Forza
good
got
friend York
millions of
Newman,
players. Sea of
Microsoft
Thieves
Flight
got millions of
Simulator.
players.
He told me it was imperative
ESO
that I
got
meet
millions
with
of
him.
players,
So I'm in
bro.
this helicopter. We're flying to this location. We're on our way.
Grounded.
Let's go.
I think I already said that. I said that already. But like all that shit got like millions of players, but that shit is stupid.
York!
Hey, Paris, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for coming to DC, man.
Oh, yeah, look,
Thank you.
Parrish.
What am I doing here?
Later. Let's get in. We don't have much time.
Oh, okay.
Nah, Flight Simulator, bro.
All right, Paris, right across the Potomac. That's where our contact is.
You want Dragon Ball Legends, man.
It's still secret. I'm sorry.
York, what is this place?
Oh, you'll see. Let's go.
Some booth, that's what it is. I mean, not actually, but like still, bro. Like, do we need this? No, we don't. Like this game already been out. We don't need like another end. We don't need an end for this shit.
Wow, look at this place. Nick, how's it going?
Hello.
Paris, I would like to introduce Nick Partridge from the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum.
Thank you for having me. But this makes a lot of sense. I saw during the trailer there's a
what about it?
collaboration between the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum and Flight Simulator. Here we are at the National Air and Space Museum. So
Wait, that a
let's talk
feature?
about
Hold on,
the
that's a feature
collaboration. Tell me
unit?
more about that.
Well, Jorg and I have been talking for more than a year. He was looking for me, and it turns out I was looking for him to ask the same question, which was, don't you think that our organizations have a lot in common?
Oh,
Dedicated to
no.
bringing flight to everyone, and
I was looking for the Spirit of St. Louis, which is in the Smithsonian ever since 1928. And the Smithsonian was gracious enough, they gave us a millimeter perfect scan, which is what we'll feature in the 40th anniversary edition. But as Nick and I kept talking, it was very clear, you know, the world's foremost museum for air and space, the Smithsonian. Yeah. And Microsoft celebrating its 40th anniversary. It's a match made in heaven, and there's lots of things you can do.
yeah, authenticity, accuracy, access, it's all there. We're hoping that if everyone has as much fun in the community with the content that we initially collaborated on, a couple of our most historic aircraft, and some of the other aircraft in this center are already in the simulator, maybe we can jump in with both feet and do more in the years to come. Maybe even, who knows, we'll go crazy.
Come
We'll
on,
put the
that
space
should look
shuttle in
cool,
there.
but like, yeah,
Oh, that sounds amazing.
yeah, that look cool, but like, come on, bro.
All right, you guys have never been here before,
No,
right?
this is my first time.
All right, so keep your eyes peeled, stick together, and
Like this
Jorg,
could have
I've
been
got
like
something
this
special
could
for
have
you
been
right
a
around here.
YouTube video, fam.
Check this out. This is my favorite plane, the Junkers Ju-52 3-motor. Amazing.
And that is an awesome plane. And as I look at all these planes around here, it makes me ask the question, are you going to put all of them in
What
flight
if?
sim?
Maybe not all of them, but we hope a lot of them. In the 40th anniversary that comes out this fall, we already have 3. We have the Wright Flyer, the Spirit of St. Louis, and the DC-3. And we hope to get
What
a
the
few
fuck?
more.
What's
As
some of
Nick
that
and I were
message?
talking, there's a lot of things we could do.
Yeah, we started with the most iconic ones, and who knows? There's no lack of opportunity.
You know, I keep saying amazing because this place is amazing. And just
How's
like
that
Flight
messages?
Sim, it just keeps going. So what else is happening?
It does seem like we're going supersonic, like the Concorde here. We've been doing a major update ever since we launched, every month since August 2020. And just today, we're actually launching World Update 10. And guess what?
Tell me.
It's the United States. And it's huge. We have a dozen cities, a new height field, brand new aerials, new missions, new airports, new everythings. And as always, it's free. And
Looks beautiful.
check out this beauty.
As always.
This is the Beechcraft Model 18. They call it the Twin Beach. It's a famous.
I actually
fan,
might
and
play it
that's
again,
also
low key, because I
launched
want
today. And it's
to
a
fly.
great coincidence.
I want to fly around the world in that fucking
You've always been
Pelican, low
working
key.
on that Beechcraft since before we met, but it's a great example of how much we already had in common.
So Jorg, what can we expect the rest of the year from Flight Sim?
We have a ton of great
I
things
don't
coming
like-
up. So today is World Update 10. We have 2 more World Updates, one in August and one in October. And then in November, we have the big 40th anniversary edition, which will be an absolute delight for anyone who loves aviation.
Okay, that 40th anniversary edition. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so we're celebrating by bringing back some of the planes from the old Sims, like from Flight Sim 10, 9, 8, even before that. And we're restoring some of the old missions, and we're bringing back some of the airports that were in those editions. So it's a real celebration of the franchise.
So this celebration is not only of the franchise, but the past as well.
And we're also adding brand new things on top of it, like that the community really wanted. For example, helicopters. Sobo wrote a brand new fluid dynamic system to make all that work. And then we're adding gliders, which is a completely different way to
Got a little
experience the
beach.
planet. It's just you and the wind. And then the last one is we're bringing, it's the biggest deal for simmers, a brand new real-to-life airliner, the A310 from Airbus,
Yeah.
by a brand new partner called Builds, a great development team. In fact, of the 10 planes we're bringing, most of them are created in collaboration with third parties. So
Okay,
it's a
little
really
bitch.
cool way for us to integrate with
shit.
the creator community.
Now, how do I get this?
If you're on Game Pass, if you already own Flight Sim, the 40th anniversary edition is a free upgrade.
This has just been an incredible experience, seeing all these planes and going through the history and everything that's come in the Flight Simulator. I mean, thank you so much.
Thanks for coming to DC. Paris, thank you, Nick, for the great collaboration with the Smithsonian and for kicking off the 40th anniversary edition of Flight Sim. It's been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, let me go. Did we need that? No, we didn't. We didn't
Today
really need
was a
that.
good day, but now I have a need for speed. I'm headed to the danger zone, baby.
Oh, Top Gun Maverick. Oh, yeah.
Estamos aquí para disfrutar del mejor día de mi vida, el día de la Xbox, que estoy muy emocionado.
Yeah, in the Spain, though.
I came in Madrid just yesterday to be here in FanFest Xbox, and I'm so excited.
Estamos aquí en Madrid para ver nuevos juegos como Starfield, que yo personalmente le tengo muchísimas ganas.
Me ha encantado y no me lo podía perder. Este es un evento único.
Yeah. What the hell? I never about to buy it. I got who the fuck I call Hideo Kojima, bro. Cause I did not call him by his actual name. I forgot to do that shit. I never gonna do that.
Lo que te digo, es como una familia para mí.
Me ha parecido genial y un cierre para un evento así maravilloso.
Just the passion that people have. I feel very welcome.
Challenge. Not one to impact more times. And kill.
Hey, we're just a snippet of Squanch Games, and we're here to talk about High on Life, our new action-adventure comedy
well, these niggas. Okay,
Metroidvania
alright, Phil.
first-person shooter that is nothing at all, a little bit like Microsoft Excel.
All right, you're a bounty hunter now. You gotta help me rescue my friends. They're Gatlians just like me.
This gonna be funny. This gonna be fucking hilarious,
That's
Loki.
our game, High on Life.
High
Pretty
on Life.
insane. There's a lot to talk about.
Let's dive in. So Justin, you're typically known for working in animation. What brings you into the world of games? Why are you in the world of games?
Yeah. I'm obsessed with games, have been my whole life. Always had ideas, always had, you know, things I would love to make, but just never thought I could ever step into that arena because I lack all the skills needed.
You don't know how
other
games work.
Other than like creative direction, creative ideas, like other than that, I lack all the skills to execute.
No,
But
Jiden.
that's why, like, that's part of why you want to start Squanch, right? Is like to be able to have an idea like that and let it grow to something.
He hit my nigga
and
hard
to be
just
able to
now.
be creatively free. I wanted to make games that I wanted to play, and that was sort of the spark that just lit the fire of Squanch Games. And then we
thought we had
shipped
time.
Trover, and we shipped Accounting Plus, and now we're on this absolutely dream game. This is like our real legit swing at like a proper, you know, like we're indie, but like this is like our AAA, like, or is it triple I for indie?
We're triple I.
Yeah. This is a triple I game.
So the story of our game mostly follows
Triple I.
Earth being invaded by this evil criminal cartel of aliens who come in and kidnap humans and start selling them on the black market like they're drugs. And you're the one human who has to team up with a talking gun and stop them.
And when you select a cartel leader that you're gonna go after, like
He really got knocked
opens
off.
the portal door
What's up?
to that world that they're in.
Eric, can you
just
tell
about
us
a
a
bitch.
little bit about the worlds of the game, the art style of the game, the visuals?
Yeah. So we spent a lot of time kind of constructing and creating these awesome alien worlds. Myself and Mikey Spano, who is our art director, him and I worked like a ton on the sort of art direction of the game. He really kind of landed in this space, which was kind of Blade Runner meets
God damn,
Muppets.
bitch.
So we're trying to capture that feeling with all of our characters, and especially our aliens. And then each world is its own kind of unique
Bro, I'm doing the
flavor,
co-op
right?
shit,
I think
man.
some of the
My
ideas
partner
came from very
died by
kind of
Jiren, bro.
core
I'm kind of
thoughts.
upset.
Like we were like, we want to have an awesome alien, like drug-dense spa on an asteroid. And yeah, what makes me really excited is the sort of really clear,
Damn.
and, like
Damn.
almost deceivingly simple narrative, right?
Save the Earth.
I think he's gonna beat my ass like I did him something.
So Alec,
Oh,
what-
ugly
so
ass.
who are the guns? What's their deal?
What's up,
The
bitch?
guns are these talking alien Gatlians. They're all shaped somewhat like a gun you'd find on Earth, but they've evolved to be just gun-like in their own way. And so this race of Gatlians each has their own unique personality, their unique set of abilities, and you're going to be rescuing them from this evil alien
he
cartel.
fucking-
And together, you got to stop the bad guys.
He's gonna fucking sidestep me, bro.
Yeah, collect more Gatlians.
I missed my LL.
Yeah, a lot of players are gonna have very different experiences depending on what gun they favor.
Yeah, you kind of pick your favorite companion to have out a lot and hear their dialogue, be part of different dialogue scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
Look at us, blasting away!
And sometimes you
And
can
he caught him on
unlock
Rising
the guns
Rush.
in a different order than another player has. So
That's
when you
right.
go back through a level,
Can you
you'll see
stop?
things that you would have been able to access if you'd done it in the other order.
That's
and you can come back.
That's a
Yeah.
huge one.
All right, so we've talked about this crazy good game that sounds amazing. Why should people be excited to play it?
As a studio, we are attempting to bring A-level adult comedy into video games.
Something I love about Squanch is we would put a lot of effort into things that a lot of other studios wouldn't even bother with, like a single small joke that 5 players might find.
Well, okay, now I can.
I love that stuff. I love like edge casing and like
It's what makes you remember a game. when you
yeah,
have
like
it
if
out.
a player's trying to break the game in a certain
Nah,
way.
he got that
and
shit
then
back kinda
you have
fast.
an answer for that for them. That is like such a memorable and amazing moment.
I'm dead.
It's almost like watching TV, but the
My
viewer's
teammate
able to reach
died.
into the
I can't
TV
believe that
and-
shit. Sure,
and
you
poke a
can.
thing, and the character has to respond to that. And there's so much fun to be had for the
You can
most
skip
part.
it all. We worked really hard on it if you want to skip it.
Yeah, if you want to just like miss out on like, you know,
Yeah,
some
if you're
of
like
the
a big
coolest...
dummy and you don't want to play the game at all, that's fine. We're not going to judge you. We're just going to be upset.
October. No, I'm playing it. It's in Game Pass. Like, why not? Why the fuck is I got 10? I don't know. Dead by Daylight? Bozos. Run! High knees! Wants to play a horror game based on 2 events. Oh shit! It's coming to Game Pass. Okay, cool. Oh my god, we do not need to see this. We do not need to see this, bro. I know everybody was mad when they saw this shit. Understandable. I'll give why them niggas got mad for this
Pentiment is a narrative adventure game.
God damn, this nigga hit me hard.
16th century Bavaria, which is part of the Holy Roman Empire. You play a character named Andreas Mahler, who is
I'ma die.
Working at a Benedictine abbey. He gets involved in a series of murders and scandals and tries to unravel them over a period of about 25 years. The name Pentiment, it is specifically referring to paintings in which there's an older painting underneath the painting that you see on the top. And if you scrape away the top layer, you see what was left behind. This has a bunch of significance. Obviously, you're playing a painter, but also it has a lot of significance to the idea of history kind of being covered and uncovered over time. When I saw narrative-driven games with really distinctive art styles, I was inspired to make a historical game that focused on the unique art style of the early modern period that was really driven by the relationships between characters and the stories that played out over time. Hannah Kennedy was really integral to defining the art style of Pentiment, especially blending the late medieval illuminated manuscripts with the early modern woodcuts.
Bro, why they putting emotion into the game, bro?
Points to solve and kind of marry between wanting this to be a true to the history, true to the feel of the source material that we
gotta know that for a fact that we do not want to see this fucking game.
As far as the narrative, but also thinking about the types of games that
God damn, bitch,
like
leave me alone.
We imagined we wanted as far as a gameplay experience.
From the beginning, I knew that I wanted to portray a community that changed over time, which meant that characters are changing over time. That's really the focus of everything. The buildings do change, but really it's the characters where you see all the crazy stuff happen.
Kids that I had become attached to because
We
it's a
forgot a little
4-year-old, and
bitch.
they designed them to be a 4-year-old, and then they're getting married, and then I felt a weird like emotional reaction to that because I'm like, oh, baby's all grown up.
I think the 16th century has always been really interesting to me because it was a time of such social upheaval in Europe. I think when we look at social change in the past, it seems like it's a thing that always happens outside of our time. But right now, I think we're maybe more aware than ever that social change is happening constantly, and people are always struggling with it. It's always a difficult process. And so I hope that by looking at people from the past, we can see that even though the setting might be different and the specific issues might be different, ultimately we always struggle with social change.
You need to ball that shit right quick, you know what I'm saying? A dust fall. You don't need to see this.
It's putting on this bandana.
All right, let's do crime.
It's such a bad idea.
All you had to do was keep your mouth shut.
I'm gonna override this.
Is your life mission to cause harm?
This is my favorite shot of the whole game. This one.
With As Dusk Falls, what we're trying to do is to make a brilliant interactive experience for anyone who loves storytelling. So people who enjoy films, people who enjoy TV series. It's also a social experience and about sharing these stories with the people you love.
I think we should stick to the plan.
Yeah,
stick to the plan.
I took my inspiration from
Damn it,
TV
he killed me.
prestige shows like, you know, Breaking Bad, Fargo.
Finish him now,
I really
Goku.
love Dog Day Afternoon. It's such a
Like, I'm
wonderful
gonna, like, I'm gonna play this, but like,
Every last one of them leaves in a
don't need to
body
see
bag.
this.
When you write for interactive stories, it's all about the stakes. You want big choices, the tentpole ones
Oh,
that
you did. You
everyone
bozo,
will
huh?
remember from the chapter they played, but also you weave in the smaller stakes, the drama bit, like the relationships. Are you gonna stay married?
When you lost your job, this wall went up, and I missed you, okay?
The game deals with very mature themes that you don't normally find in a video game. It really gives you agency over characters that are relatable, that are familiar to you. It's like an interactive story, but with the power of video game behind it.
I only gotta yell and my brothers will come.
Now hold your horses, young man. I think you should at least listen to what I have to say.
In the first book, it's mainly structured around a hostage situation in a motel
Spoilers!
in
I'm
the
trying to
middle
watch
of the
this, bro.
desert in Arizona, so it's a pressure cooker.
You want your wife to live? Answer and do exactly what I say.
Book 2 takes
How about
another approach entirely, and it's a chase
Don't
across
tell me about book
multiple
2.
states.
Ah, la 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 la.
There's nowhere else to run.
As Dusk Falls is an interactive show, but the important part here is the word interactive. The players are very much needed to help the character on their journey and decide what's going to happen to them, help them grow and change.
It's not like there's one golden path. There's so many different ways through the story.
You can replay it, and then you get to like different story and different endings.
Get the motherfucker to goddamn 9 stars, nigga. Damn.
Shaping the story and also the character.
Some of your true self comes out into that thinking.
I don't know, what would you do? I'll try to, yeah.
And at the end of the game, when you play, we tell you about your playstyle, and it reveals something about the player themselves, their values, and the way they interact with the others that they played with.
I think for me, one of the really important things was that this art style could tell lots of different types of stories. We want to take really beautiful, sort of subtle facial performances, really strong dramatic moments, and just really represent that such that every frame is a painting.
It's a single player and multiplayer experience, so 1 to 8 players.
The multiplayer shit got me. Yeah.
Who weren't necessarily gamers. Gamers are going to love this game as well because it's a very mature, in-depth story. But this game really taps into your life skills rather than your gamer skills. Puts everyone on a level playing field. You did well there. That is a ferocious job.
Oh, Charlie, I did it.
You share the same character. You discuss, you make decisions, and majority wins. It's like each player is like a voice in the character head.
Are you taking the money this time?
I am definitely not.
Take the cash. It's been a massive journey, and I can't believe we're just like so close. Touching distance to this game. Yeah, I'm gonna miss it when it's done.
Move out the way, I can't see shit, bitch.
Let's check out what mysteries, adventures, and, of course, slimes are waiting for us in the new, vibrant world of Slime Rancher 2.
You really don't need to. You really don't. Oh, Lord. I'm dead. That's some bullshit. And watching this is some bullshit. You know what, Chad? Hold up. Somebody's calling. Hold up.
All right, time to get going. First trip in a while. Put this in here. Australia. Passport. I need a passport. Where's my passport? Passport.
What the hell is this? Yo, that thing getting hot. God damn.
Right. Where's my Uber? All right, let's go.
What are we doing? What is this?
Let's go.
Nigga, I'm about to end shit and go watch Stranger Things, bro. I ain't lying. I'm gonna go watch Stranger Things.
Welcome back to Melbourne. It is so great to be here in person. Get ready for the showcase.
That's cool. Bro, we could do this type of shit, man. What the fuck? They're gonna make me end stream on God.
We are here in Melbourne with FanFest.
What's coming up for? So, nigga.
We are so excited to tell you all about Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels, the first expansion
But you don't
for Forza
need
Horizon
to.
5. So, Mike, let's start with why the team decided to bring Hot Wheels to
No,
Forza
wrong.
Horizon 5.
It's lit, but you don't need to talk about it.
For years about how much they loved Forza Horizon 3's Hot Wheels expansion.
Yeah,
so
that
we've
shit
been
was lit.
waiting for the right time to bring everyone another Hot Wheels adventure. Forza Horizon 5 presented the perfect opportunity to bring Hot Wheels to life like never before with the power of the Xbox Series X and S.
It really does sound like the perfect time for Forza Horizon and Hot Wheels. So I'm wondering if you can tell us a little bit more about what to expect being in the clouds of Mexico this time.
Yes, you travel to the clouds above Mexico to visit the Hot Wheels Park, which is comprised of over 200 kilometers of the fastest, most extreme tracks
God
yet. Once there,
damn.
you'll join the Hot Wheels Academy and set out to take on Forza Horizon's most extreme racing yet and prove yourself a Hot Wheels legend.
Let's go.
As well as the iconic orange Hot Wheels track, you'll take on new driving experiences across gravity-defying magnet tracks, as well as ice, water flume, and rumble tracks.
So we spoke loads about biomes in the build-up to Forza Horizon 5's launch. Are we expecting something similar in Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels as well?
Yes, so we're truly going to see the power of the Xbox Series X and S when we look at Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels' all new biomes. The amount of detail and diversity that we can pack into the 4 new biomes is breathtaking. We have the rugged Giants Canyon, where you'll hear the growl of your engine bouncing back off the intricately detailed rock formations. the Ice Cauldron, where frozen tundra drips into the glistening molten lava. In Forest Falls, you'll see a tree canopy towering over epic waterfalls. And finally, the visually stunning and exhilarating Horizon Nexus, where the Horizon Festival is suspended among a web of Hot Wheels tracks. And there's more, because new players can jump into Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels as early as possible during the main game's initial experience.
And how are people going to be able to use Event Lab in Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels?
So in Event Lab, you'll have the freedom to design, build and share using the new Hot Wheels Creation Kit. That's over 80 new track and stunt pieces that instantly snap together thanks to our new building tools. You can then share your creations with the entire community for players to discover and play. We are anticipating our community building an ever-evolving catalogue of new player-created Hot Wheels events that everyone will enjoy.
They all sound absolutely incredible, Mike, but I'm going to ask you the most important question in the room. Can you tell me a bit more about the cars?
Yes. So we have 10 new amazing cars coming to the pack, including 4 new Hot Wheels cars, which have been scaled up to real-life proportions. We have the Diora 2, the Bad to the Blade, the Baja Bone Shaker, and the Chevrolet Hot Wheels Copo Camaro. Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels introduces the most extreme tracks we've seen yet in Forza. So we've added some new extreme track toys and hypercars to go with them.
That's fat.
I want to call out the Hennessy Venom F5 and the Mosler MT900 GT3. Their speed is unlike anything we've seen before.
So we know Forza Horizon 5 fans naturally love co-op, so how is that continuing in Hot Wheels?
So, in a first for Forza, you can join up with your friends and play from the very start of the experience in co-op. You and your friends will then take on a new campaign, moving your way up through faster and faster car classes until you unlock the extreme speed of X-Class and become a Hot Wheels legend. You can also choose to take on the world in Horizon Open or team up with your friends to take on a team of Drivatars in the Horizon Tour.
Ooh, I absolutely love that. Final question now, though. When can we expect to play?
Yes, so Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels releases on July 19th on Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Windows PC, and Steam.
Mike, thank you so much for joining me. This has been so much fun, and I cannot wait to play.
Yeah, well, like, do we need that though? Fall Guys. They're gonna make me in stream, y'all. I might actually in stream. Like, why are they showing this? Like, why are they showing this? They don't need to show this. This is not worthy of showing. Like, we already know this shit coming out for everybody, bro. We know this. Like, we already know about the shits. Like, they don't need to show this. Minecraft Legends. I'ma just end it, y'all. Dead ass. I'ma just end it. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. I thought, you know what I'm saying? Granted, my expectations weren't even that high to begin with. Well, what? Halo? We getting Halo skins? I mean, that's cool. That could have been a YouTube video though. That could have been a YouTube video by itself. June 30th to July 4th. That is not a long time.
Now onto our next block, pun intended of course. Minecraft Legends is the action strategy take on the franchise you never knew you needed. I'm here with Dennis Rees from Mojang Studios, who has just released the world premiere trailer of Minecraft Legends. Dennis, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Willie.
So happy to have you.
If the next game is booth, I'm out.
Let's talk Minecraft as a whole, though. That game, I have nothing to back this up, but I feel like everyone on the planet's played Minecraft at this point. But that wasn't enough for you all. You all went and made Minecraft Dungeons, and now we're moving on to the recently revealed Minecraft Legends. So one, tell me a little bit about what it means for the team to actually be able to reveal the game, and then two, just let us know what Minecraft Legends is.
Well, we are so excited to finally be able to talk about this game with the world. We've been working on this game for some time now. Minecraft Legends is an action strategy game. Is set in the Minecraft universe. And in order to build this, we really wanted to partner with a great company that understands strategy games. And so that's when we reached out with Blackbird Interactive. And in doing so, we were able to create an experience that is welcoming for people who may have not played Minecraft, but also people who have. And I mean, you've seen the trailer. It's about going and traveling through these beautiful biomes, exploring this world.
I need to play Minecraft actually, because the other job I have not played it yet.
And so as you explore these lush biomes, you collect resources, and then you use those resources to build defenses from these dangerous but very cute piglins. And in those offensives, you're able to fight them back and send them back to where they come from. And you know what? You're going to probably want to build some alliances with some unexpected friends, because they're going to help you actually defeat the piglins and send them back to where they come from.
I'm looking forward to it. And I love what you said about trying to make a game that's both for fans of Minecraft that exist and new fans coming in. Minecraft can go in so many different directions, I feel like, with a new game. What made you choose action strategy?
Well, really, it was many years ago, as a group of folks at Mojang sitting around talking about what game genres they really enjoy. And action and strategy were the most popular ones that came up. And
That's all I see what this game is. So that game, if y'all into this shit.
Partner with to build that experience, and that's where we came into Blackbird Interactive, and that was back in 2018. And the project was
like some of like this game they're talking about, like I'm gonna play them though. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need a discussion, cause like I feel like
follow Minecraft. If you go
the
back
interview could have been the video, bro. Oh God.
And you look at the shirt that Jens Berenstain was wearing, you'll see a graphic on there, and it's in the shape of a badger head. And really, that was meant to be an Easter egg for years forward, which here we are now. That's.
I gotta say, I love a good Easter egg. Now, where would you say that Minecraft Legends fits in the overall Minecraft universe?
Well, the Minecraft universe is just always growing and expanding. And if it's not from our partner communities, then it's from Mojang specifically. Like you mentioned, Minecraft Dungeons. That's a great example where Mojang went out and we built this dungeon crawler experience in the Minecraft universe, and players love it.
That's cool.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And with
I have fun
Minecraft
playing
Legends, we're trying to do something similar, really. And here we're going to be introducing a narratively driven campaign with a whole bunch of new characters and a lot of other things that I'm not ready to share right now.
Dennis, I thought we were friends. You can share it with me and everyone watching. No? Okay. I won't pry anymore. But tell us when the game is coming out and where we can keep up to date.
It's coming out in 2023 on PC and console on Xbox Game Pass. And if you want to know more, just follow us Twitter, or jump on Minecraft.net.
Dennis, I'm so excited to jump into Minecraft Legends. Thank you so much for stopping by and giving us the lowdown.
Thanks for having me.
Good, the FanFest shit
everybody, it's your boy Kirsten, aka K-Funk, and we're here at Xbox FanFest. We got a whole lot for y'all to check out, so let's get it in.
Shit, they doing events? What the fuck? They doing events? Why the hell? That's crazy.
They asked me what year Halo came out, won this sweet jersey. I couldn't believe when I was here on site that I would get to meet the real Master Chief.
Ooh.
Experience here, out of this world. It was really cool to see. I'm gonna go get my nails done because they have a nail station and these things need to be painted.
Nah.
Redfall looks
Kind of fucking
dynamite,
donut.
and come on, Diablo 4.
Probably smack little key.
All bloody things. No, but it's great. I love it.
What a day we had today. Thank you everybody for showing up to Xbox FanFest Toronto. Had a lot of fun, saw a lot of games, great experiences overall. Catch you in the next one.
Okay. There's that. Ooh. Whip him. This is ID at Xbox.
I'm joined now by Sarah Bond, who leads the gaming ecosystem organization here at Xbox. Sarah, it's so great to have you.
Hey, Sarah.
Awesome to be here and so good to see you too.
Yes, I'm super excited for this conversation because as we know, game creators are crucial to Xbox's success. And whenever you talk about them, it's with such like passion and tenacity. I love it. And it sounds super important to you and the rest of Team Xbox. So my question to you is, how do creators inspire the work that you and your team do?
The creators are just the bedrock of everything we do on my team. You know, when you really think about it, where gaming really comes from is it starts with someone who has a creative idea that they choose to put into a game that we all get to experience and enjoy. And that's really the bedrock of our industry, of what motivates us, is to help those people, those developers, bring their stories out. And we think about it in three ways. You know, how do we create a vibrant and engaging gamer community for them to come to through Xbox? What are the set of tools and services that we give them that make it easier and faster and more affordable for them to make a game? And how do we create a range of business models that they can use? Because a business model really enables them to perform all sorts of different types of innovation.
Yeah, business models, tools, resources, all these provide choices, and it's increasing these choices for not only the developers, but the players themselves as well.
Yeah.
For example, you and your team just announced a new feature that's going to bring game demos to players. Can you tell us a little bit more about Project Moorcroft?
Project Moorcroft. I know. I love these project names. I wish they would just let me name it, but
yeah,
they
just
won't.
Say it.
I know.
You know,
they won't.
Can we change that?
Well, look, we were sitting around as a team and we were thinking about some of the things that we've always loved the most about the gaming industry. And one of them was, remember when you would go to like a show like PAX or E3, and you would go to the show floor and you get to play a demo or a piece of a game, and the developer would be right there next to you, talking to you about their experience, asking you to try things out, asking you your feedback. And that was one of the things I loved the most about those experiences. We just don't have them as much anymore, you know, in the way that the world has evolved. And so we thought, gosh, how can we make Game Pass like that? Like, how can we use the power of Game Pass and all of the great discovery and player engagement that is in it and have it create for creators that opportunity to engage with fans early as they're creating their game, and also for players to get to experience something that they're really anticipating. And so that's what we're going to do. We're actually going to have a program
I'm
that
all
enables
for like
developers
gaming
to take a
demos,
piece,
game
a
demos
level
and
of their
whatnot,
game
but like it
and
shouldn't
put
be
into
behind a
Game
paywall
Pass
though.
so that they can get that great feedback and players can engage with them.
Like
And we know
Sony
it's a
doing
lot
that
of work
shit, and I'm
sometimes
like,
for
damn,
developers to do that, so we're
don't
also
like
going
them
to
doing that.
compensate them for their participation in the program.
Xbox doing that, they
I'm
don't
so
need to do that.
excited for what's going to come when we launch that.
I think the one thing that we all miss is that connection, right? And now that we are able to come back into conferences and stuff like that, we still need to deepen it, because by deepening that connection, you're diversifying the voices, and then that in return helps to diversify the games and bring diversity into games.
Completely.
So how will Microsoft help to further that front?
Yeah, we think about it all the time, frankly, as Microsoft, as Xbox, in my team in particular, because creators is core to everything we do. You know, if you think about a game, it enables you to experience a perspective, a point of view, in a way that is deep and immersive, unlike any other form of media. So the importance of everyone having an equal opportunity to share their story and their perspective through a game, and what it means to shaping our perceptions, to what we talk about, to what we believe, to broadening our perspectives, is critical. And we think about that all the time. So what we've done as a team is we're continuing to expand the set of developers who we're engaging with and bringing them into the Xbox ecosystem. We've actually more than doubled the number of developers that are making games for Xbox, and we saw lots of those games in the last day, which has been pretty cool. And the other thing that we did this year is, for the first time ever, we actually have a presence in Africa. We have our first Xbox employee in Africa, specifically dedicated to working with creators in the region.
So what message would you like to leave for creators who are interested in starting in the industry?
Yeah, I get that question a lot. People say to me, gosh, I would really like to be part of the gaming industry. I'd love to make a game. How do I break through? How do I get involved? And I say, first of all, network. Talk to people, meet people, connect with people, just how you and I connected actually at an industry event, which we met at, which was super fun. You know, build that network and that connectivity, because it's so critical in every industry, but I think particularly in gaming, right? You know, go to industry conferences like GDC, meet people, learn, try that out. And if you're interested in making a game for Xbox, you can actually go to github.com. You can actually download the Xbox Game Developer Kit and get started. And once you have a game concept, you can also
That's
submit
simple.
it
I didn't know
online
that.
through
I think I knew that, but I forgot.
and then you can self-publish to Xbox, which is another great way. And of course, if you actually want to get involved in the industry, all companies are great, but I highly recommend you check out Coming to Work at Xbox. I'm biased, obviously.
I mean, hey, you have every right to be so. Sarah, thank you so much for joining us today. And also, thank you to all the viewers for tuning into Extended. We've heard from so many amazing developers on today's show. Now, before we finish, is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
We were talking earlier about the importance of people being able to tell their story through a game and how incredibly powerful it is. I mean, when we were talking about that, I was thinking about an experience we've had as a team that's been very touching for me. So, a couple years ago, we started really consciously extending the depth and breadth of content that we have in the Xbox ecosystem. And it was through that I got to know the team making Stalker 2 really well. And I actually got to intro that game last year in the Xbox Game Showcase, and it was just incredible. And the thing was, when I was looking at that game last year, and I was looking at the story that they were telling, and they were talking about the beauty of the land and their dedication to their culture and their country, and I thought, wow, this is a cool game. This is a compelling story.
Russia some holes. Russia some holes.
Recognizing that team is Ukrainian, they were based in Kiev. Looking at that story and what they were showing to the world just feels entirely different and far more poignant and visceral to me. This is a team who's talking about their culture, talking about fighting for the existence of being a nation, of being a people, of having their own language. And now we all, as a world, have gotten to see how tenuous that, in fact, is. And it's an honor, frankly, to be part of this industry and to have the opportunity to uplift their voices and to let their story be told through a gaming experience, especially knowing what we know now about the situation in Ukraine. And as part of that, they actually shared with us something that they wanted us to share with all of you
a little message
today as part of the show.
A little message. Oh no, gameplay. Okay, good shit, man. I'm surprised y'all got that out, bro. Y'all didn't have to. We know y'all going through it, bro. Oh no, still a message. Oh, that's a message. Oh, well, probably both. There you go, that's an alien sitting down the chair too. Ah. Bullshit, bruh. Bullshit. For what? You know what I'm saying? Like, them people chilling, bro. They're trying to live their life, man. As best as they can. Then I hear boom.
Работа, идеи, она не останавливалась. 3 месяца назад началась война России с Украиной.
Шок от рабочий день начинается тревой.
Сейчас сильних обстрілів. Ми біжимо в укриття.
Це переноска для мого кота, який загинув ще в перший тиждень війни. Ходишь вечером, сирена, выходишь днем, сирена. Днем еще работать надо, поэтому особо не выйдешь, а вот вечером все время вот так.
Це моє
Вже третій місяць я живу і працюю в коридорі. Зі мною живе одноокий пес, врятований з-під обстрілу в Гостомелі. Зараз мені важко писати квести про війну, коли вона йде навколо.
Так работает в перерывах между сиренами і волонтерськими задачами.
Світ ще побачить, наскільки в нас класна культура і в тому числі наскільки класні ігри ми можемо робити.
Меня зовут Александр. Я являюсь сотрудником компании ЖСК. Я с Мариуполя. С начала боевых действий была потеряна связь с моими родными и близкими.
Russia is some whole ass niggas, bro. Like they really did this shit, bro. Like that shit still baffles me today. Like this, these niggas really did this. Like with no valid reason. No valid reason for this shit, bro.
Я Дмитро Ясенєв, розробник Сталкера. Ніколи не міг уявити, що в 21 столітті в центрі Європи може статися повномасштабна війна.
Я Лосіонов, ком'юніті-менеджер проекту Stalker 2. Зі зброєю в руках захищає свою країну від російської агресії.
Привіт, я Макс, наративний дизайнер гри Stalker 2. Після перемоги я до неї повернуся.
Побачимось на релізі. Слава Україні!
Oh, and gameplay. Not expecting that either. Okay. They go both. Okay. That is insane, bro.
Dr. Dallin, are you sure the perimeter surrounding the zone is really enough? If a powerful emission were to occur, we would...
Listen, the zone has remained stable for years. Besides, we didn't establish the most advanced institution in human history without first guaranteeing its safety. As the head of the Scientific Institute for Research of the Chernobyl area, or CERC for short, I believe the wonders that we will bring to the world far outweigh the potential risks.
It's in English? I threw me off. Hold up, it's in English? Because the first one we saw was a different language. I don't know. What's the Ukrainian language?
Tell me, do you want our descendants to remember us as cowards? Or as those who dared to venture forward to a new, better humanity?
Scorch. Ugh.
The injured were evacuated. I remind our listeners that a similar
Gameplay, bro. This shit look good though.
quite recently, ruining
I think it's on Unreal Engine 5 too, right? Like the first trailer this show, like god damn, this shit looks fucking insane.
However, city officials urge people to stay calm, assuring them the situation is totally under control.
Cap, I hate when they say dumb shit like that, bro. Stop lying, bro. The fuck? You was on Con Smooth Collected. The fuck? $2023. Ah. All right. And that's what's the extended though. Okay. Okay. Thank you for watching, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they did show some new shit, but some of the games, like damn, the thing, real talk, this didn't really have to be a thing to keep it a stack. Most of this could have been a YouTube video. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to people at Ukraine, bro. Y'all going through it right now, bro. Like, still to this day, bro, Russia really did that shit, bro. Like, that still baffles me to this day, like I said before, bro. Our hearts go out to our people at Ukraine, bro, but damn. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you for watching, bro. I'm gonna upload about, I guess, to YouTube today, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I guess. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm saying. I feel gonna talk about this one too, watch. I can see the YouTube videos. But yeah, love you guys.